new Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship competition would not have been possible if not for our competition hosts and organizers with the strong support from our participating partners. Now, this competition is organized by Nanning Municipal DNR Commission, organized by Nanning Municipal Big Data Bureau, and of course, Nanning Foreign Affairs Office and Cloud Bay Big Data Industry Development Company Limited. Now, the event organizer is Ideal Mark, and of course, the ASEAN division is co-organized by, you can see all of them on screen over here, our Singapore University of Social Sciences, Scape Singapore, our Chulalongkorn University partners too, all right? So there you are, that is of course part of it. And we also have our commercial partner over here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for AP Media, 2B Campus, Sennheiser, Seed Leaguers. We also have our Treble, Advantage, and of course, 广西双文教育询问有限公司, and of course, Key Reply, IG International Group, our Axion, and Hans Grohe too. Now, not only that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we also have our next partner, which is our venture capitalist right here. We have our Plug and Play, our Funded here, our Optimal Investment. For Accelerator, our Incubator, we have our QBO, our Global Innovation Exchange, Ideal Space, Startup Junkie, Accelerator, and on top of it, our Business China Singapore. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, I will be introducing to you this handsome young man. I always call him a handsome young man, all right? Now, Andrew Chow is the chairman of the ASEAN division. Now, Andrew Chow is jack of many trades and masters of many too. He's very humble to put on the script a few, all right? Now, he's also the best-selling author of the highly popular series of books. He's also listed as the top 10 most influential speaker in Singapore in 2013 by the Singapore Business Review. Now, not only that, he won the Spirit of Enterprise in 2008, and before he served as a president of the Asia Professional Speakers Singapore, which is APSS in short, and he also won the coveted Spirit of Service Award from the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, please give a warmest round of applause to Mr. Andrew Chow for his opening address. Mr. Andrew Chow, please. Pleasure to have you, sir. I'm going to pass the stage over to you.
Thank you.
Please do.
All right. So before I start, I always require to give an official welcome. Happy to have, first time we met Prof. Cha from HUSS and of course Ivy from Scape, without which we wouldn't have such a beautiful event. Of course, our guest of honor, Ivan, which you will hear more from them and about them. So I know this morning a lot of people will be having speeches. Can I just tell you a story instead as opener? You guys like stories? Okay, so a lot of people ask me, what is so different about this competition, right? So this competition is very different because of how we started. And at this juncture, I just like to acknowledge two very important people sitting in our midst. The last 2 years, our chairperson, Mr. Caleb Low, is here. So Caleb, maybe you can wave. Yeah? Yes. Yeah, Caleb was the one that invited me in 2019 to actually come to this same very venue to observe the competition. And of course, the marketing the last 2 years was done by Mr. Mike Lee. He's sitting behind. Yeah, you him? Okay. Good. Yeah. So I always learn to remember people who actually let you step on their shoulders as you move up. So a lot of people ask me, what's so different about this competition? Now, it reminds me of a story that I had, my own true story 25 years ago, 1997. I was doing something like this. I was producing roll-up banner, I was producing pop-up display, and I knew for a fact that China was emerging at the time to be the factory of the world, right? So I've been an entrepreneur for some years then, and I thought that I could actually just go to China, survey the market, find the best guys, and import truckloads of pop-up display. So the thing here is, I went to Hong Kong. I was trying to save money. I took a boat to Xiamen, all right, because I didn't want to pass through Shenzhen. During those days, you know how tough Shenzhen is. So a lot of manufacturers claim to be the factory owner. And I met 3 of them. Monday, first guy brought me to a good lunch and then brought me to a factory. I surveyed the place. It was good. Second day, I met the second guy. After lunch, he brought me to the same factory and said that this is his company. The third day, the same thing happened. The third day, the real owner of the factory, he was just working. And he looked at me. He was smiling. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You come here the third time, right? It's because everybody claims to be the manufacturer. Now, what is the story behind this? What is the main point I'm trying to get? I didn't play by the rules. And I'm addressing a lot of startups here today. If you want to raise your game, you got to do 3 things about the rules. Number 1, you have to be able to comply with those rules. Comply with whatever rules of the game. And this competition helps you to comply with the rules of China, how the ecosystem works, how their networking is all about, the way they go about doing business, right? You may think you know a lot, but until you really go to the ocean, you know that you know nothing. Number 2, the next stage of raising a game is to change the rules. After you know how to comply, the next C is to change the rules. You need to know how can you adapt your own pitch, your own ideas to the China market. All right, it is a different game altogether. But even in an environment of different game, you can play a very good and integral part of the smart city solution. Now, what is the highest level of the rules? Is to create your own rules. When you create your own rules, you change the game and you raise the game. Some of you, if you like basketball, you know the NBA in the United States. Steph Curry was so accurate in the 3-point range that NBA has to change a lot of things that they are doing. Because now you have one guy that shoots very accurately from here to the spotlight, 30 feet away, and his accuracy is almost 60%. It's amazing. No one has ever heard of it. So if you want to change the rules, you can't just depend on technology itself. You have to depend on the humanizing of that technology. And this is what this competition will guide you. We help you to contextualize whatever you have to China market. We give you a lot of incubation. We give you connections. We give you data. All right, if you are selected, of course. All right, when you go to China, it's better to take 0.1% than to think you can own 5% of the market. No one ever does it alone. So, talking about raising the games, don't hear it just from me. Let the games begin.
Our world is changing, adapting, transforming. From innovation to progression, we advance towards a smarter world. Welcome to China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition 2022. Using information and communication technology, ICT, to improve operational efficiency and quality of life. A smart city optimizes city functions through big data and smart technology, which in turn promotes economic growth. From all corners of the world, a multitude of ideas emerged and formed the foundation of our smart cities today. Do you have what it takes to add to the betterment of this grand design? With 2 different categories to compete for, enable your vision, your ideas to come alive. All startups from the ASEAN countries are welcome to register. Registration closes on 3rd August 2022. All shortlisted startups will compete on 18th to 19th August 2022. Grand finalists will also enjoy the incubation of Cloud Bay, allowing you to gain access to the ecosystem, network, and connection of China's market. Everyone's journey starts somewhere. Take your first steps with us.
Wow. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely right. Just like what